Welcome to Holy Island. This island is absolutely amazing. We stayed in Berwick upon Tweed and we took a cab to go to the island. It's really it's a tidal island, so you have to keep an eye on the tide times really if you want to come. You spend the whole day here. I'm gonna take you around. We went to a castle as well. I know it's a little bit unconventional just having a voiceover, but I do have a GoPro which decided to break, so I had to record everything with my phone. So there will be a little bit of information about the island, and also we went to a castle, so I will tell you a little bit about that as well. First of all, about the island, is actually one of the most important centers of early English Christianity. Irish monks settled here a long time ago, and the monastery became the center of a major saint cult celebrating its bishop, whose name was Cuthbert. So there was actually a masterpiece known as the Lindisfarne Gospels that was created here in the early 8th century, and the ruins now visible are those of a 12th century priory, which is actually the direct descent from the early monastery. So we were just walking around enjoying. You can actually see the castle in the distance, so we walked up there, but the scenery is absolutely amazing. So look at this view, it's absolutely incredible. Still out of season, but it's really busy. So I can imagine in the summer this place would be jam packed. So I'm really pleased we came. We came in a kind of late autumn. Now is the kind of middle of October. I don't know when this video is gonna go up, but I suggest you come out of season, because unless you don't mind a crowd. But just look at this. So these are the harbour boat sheds that are actually still being used by the fishermen. So I think it's absolutely brilliant. So we are just going up to the castle now, and it has a really rich history. So just to quickly summarize it, so Lindisfarne Castle is actually it does go back to the old borderlands and the time of religious and political upheaval. From the 1550s up to the 1893, the castle was garrisoned by the government, and at one point actually they had about 21 cannons, and the castle was strategically vital during the Scottish Wars of the mid 1500s, and later on as well. And the history, even though it goes back a long time, it actually was kind of bought and refurbished by Edward Hudson, who was actually the Country Life magazine. He worked for the Country Life magazine, and he took on the lease in 1901, and he also commissioned the architect Edwin Lutyens and the garden designer Gertrude Bums Jekyll to refurbish the castle to actually, to his own taste. And they were really they were responsible for the changes to the castle. So when you step in, it's I mean, we didn't really know what to expect, but it just feels really kind of 1900s, and the kind of feels like the first decades of the 20th century as well. And I remember when we bought the tickets, um, the um, the the chap who was there was actually saying that if it wasn't for Edward Huston, probably this castle would just be a pile of rubble. So what he did was absolutely incredible. And it just really thanks to him that this castle is still absolutely beautiful. So I'm not going to talk anymore for a bit. I'm just going to take you around and just enjoy. We came across these lime kilns when we finished at the castle, and to be honest, we didn't know too much about it. But the limestone or chalk has been a basic ingredient for lime mortar from the Roman times, so it goes back a long time. Since the medieval period, lime was also used as an agricultural fertilizer. And in this particular kiln, the lime kilns were constructed in 1860 by a Dundee merchant named William Nicol, and quarrying and slaking occurring until the 1900s. Originally, the lime was quarried from the north of the island and brought to the kilns via a railway, parts of which survive outside of the area. So it was really, really interesting and a little bit spooky as well. We also came across this building, which is actually open to the public, and it's a perfect way to observing the wildlife on the island and learning about its rich nature. And our education boards inside, and the beautiful water window that would have a host of variety of wildlife, including birds and insects and flora as well. And yeah, I think it's absolutely perfect for kids and for everybody, for the whole family. We had a lot of fun here. We are heading back to Berwick now, taking the coach. It's been an amazing day. So I shall see you all here tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care. Bye for now. So I definitely recommend you go and visit Holy Island, but obviously you have to keep an eye on the tide times because you do not want to get stranded. You really need to leave yourself enough time. If you take the bus, again, try to find a timetable. It wasn't quite as easy as we anticipated. That's why we kept it to the island, but coming back it was more straightforward. So yeah, definitely please make sure that you stay safe. And also there is also another way to go to the island apart from the road. It's called the Pilgrim's Way. So there is actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see, there are some areas with like pools. That's actually a walkway, but again, you have to be really experienced if you want to do the Pilgrim's Way because there is quicksand and it could be quite treacherous. It's not something we wanted to do, but I know a lot of people will give it a go. Just please make sure that you are sensible and you stay safe. Hi everybody, welcome back and welcome to Berwick. We are staying in the Premier Inn. I'm just gonna have a bite to eat and then I'm gonna take you around town. It's a really nice place and it's less than 4 hours by train from London. So let's just do it. So we still had a few hours before we had to head back home to London. So we just wanted to walk around a little bit in Berwick and we actually came across this little bear statue by the train station. And we didn't actually realize that there was a castle park, but actually it was a park that was leading up to some more ruins, and you just have to wait and see because the view was absolutely incredible. Look at this. Berwick's got 3 main bridges and we actually went around during the night as well, but look at this view. Absolutely incredible. This is actually very close to, there is another castle. I mean, there are so many castles, so many ruins in the area, and also there is a wall that you can actually walk around Berwick. It's pretty much a complete wall and the view is just magnificent. So if you want to go somewhere, I think this place is very underrated, then go to Berwick and go to Holy Island. We are actually heading back to London now. Very murky. We had an absolutely brilliant time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Have a lovely day. Take care. Goodbye for now.